Hey guys, my name's Nick. I'm one of the service technicians here at the Inverter Service Center, and today we're going to be continuing our mini-series on the Xantrex System Control Panel, also known as the SCP. We're going to be going over the advanced settings, so if you guys are ready, let's dive on in.
Hey guys, and thanks again for joining us today. We're going to be going over the Freedom SW3012 advanced settings. So let's go ahead and get on into it. We should be at the screen that says select device, and then the first line item is going to be system settings. The next one's going to be Freedom SW, your model number inverter, followed by 00, then XR, then clock. We are going to click line item number 2 where it says FSW, your inverter. We happen to be using the 3012 and 00. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Alright, so this is how you pull up your advanced settings. If you were to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this menu in setup, you would see basic settings. So instead of scrolling all the way down, we are going to simultaneously hit these 3 buttons all at the same time. Enter, up, and down. So you should have an enter, up, and down arrow on your remote. If you hit them all at the same time, it should flash the screen. Once that happens, hit down again, and it'll take you right to your advanced settings. Hit enter. That is how you get into your advanced settings. We are now in the advanced settings. I'll go over briefly each line item in the advanced settings. We have inverter settings. We'll go ahead and click that. So basically we can go in here. We can set our low battery cutout. We can set up our low battery cutout delay. So we can have a delay to low battery cutout. Let's say it's set at 10.5. We hit that 10.5 mark, and instead of it automatically faulting into low battery cutout, and to protect the batteries, it takes 10 seconds to do that. Next we have high battery cutout. It's just the reverse. Basically, if the DC voltage gets too high, we can have it fault and to protect the batteries in the inverter. We can also control our search watts here. So we could set up search watts. We can set up search watts delay. So we could have, once the load reaches 50 watts, it takes 5 seconds before it actually fires the inverter off. And that's going to be pretty much it in the advanced settings for inverter. If we hit function again, this takes us back. Alright, so the next line item we have is going to be our charger settings. We'll go ahead and click that. The first thing you should see is battery type. So this is where you can select what type of battery you're using. Are you using flooded? Are you using gel? Are you using AGM? Or custom if you're doing lithium? The next is battery capacity. So your combined battery amp hour rating is what you're going to be looking for here, and this is where you're going to input it. So if you have a 250 amp hour battery bank, do you have a 440 amp hour battery bank, do you have an 800 amp hour battery bank, you enter that here. Max charge rate. Do you want your inverter to be charging wide open at 100%? Do you want to dial it back to 80%? Do you want to dial it back to 50%? This can all be dependent on the battery manufacturer specifications. Next is charge cycle. You can set it to 3-stage charge, or you can set it to 2-stage no float. Majority of people are going to be using 3-stage. The next we have is default battery temp. So if you're not using a temp sensor, you can actually come in here and set it to, is this battery going to be in a environment that's warm? Is this battery going to be in a hot environment? Is this battery going to be in a cold environment? You can set that here if you're not using a temp sensor. Recharge volts. This kind of coincides with your charge cycle. So if you were to use that two-stage no float charge cycle, you can go in here and set your recharge volt. So once that charge finishes, it'll default to this voltage, and once it hits that voltage, it'll go through the charge cycle again. Absorb time. So whatever your battery bank size is, you'll base that to your absorb time. 180 minutes absorb time, 60 minutes absorb time. Again, that's going to kind of go with the size of your battery bank, how long you want it to be in absorption state of charge. Auto charge enable. So if you're plugged in or have some sort of incoming AC power to the input side of the inverter, it'll do 2 things. It'll go into charge mode, or it will pass through. So once you are hooked up to AC power, you can actually go in this setting and just have it pass through and not charge your batteries if you wanted to. You could hit disable. So whenever you're plugged in or have a source of incoming AC power, it's not charging. So that's going to be it today, guys. On the next episode for the Xantrex system control panel, we will be going back to the advanced settings. We'll finish that up and we'll talk about the gen support, the stacking, the AC settings, and restore default. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Thanks for joining us today, guys. If you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember, if you're having issues with your own personal inverter, you can always give us a call at 615-285-0611, where our highly skilled technicians can try to help you troubleshoot the issue over the phone, and if not, send the unit in for further repair. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.